Welcome to Sandisa TV, where we break down stories so you don't have to squint at the screen trying to figure out what just happened. Today, we're diving into the story of an American woman who had everything: wealth, status, the illusion of belonging, until she found out she was about as welcome as a mosquito at a barbecue. Yes, my friends, it's time for a tale of identity, privilege, and a government agency that takes the term unwelcome guest to a whole new level. Before we begin, a friendly reminder. This video contains spoilers, so if you haven't watched this episode yet, consider this your official warning. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe because we have over 80 videos in our catalog, and let's be honest, you're gonna need something to binge after this mindbender of a story. Meet Eve Martin, living the dream. For now, Eve Martin has it all: an extravagant home, the perfect family, and the unwavering belief that bad things only happen to other people. Her biggest problem? Finding the right floral arrangements for a parent networking event. You know, real-life struggles. Enter Ana Fuentes, the Martin family's Guatemalan housekeeper and nanny. Ana, who is essentially raising Eve's children while Eve enjoys her privileged life, asks for a small favor. Can she use Eve's address so her grandson can attend a better school? Eve, in a rare moment of kindness, says yes, likely thinking this is the most charitable thing she's done since donating her old handbags to charity. Little does she know, this tiny act of goodwill is about to set off a chain reaction that will turn her world upside down. The world crashes, and later that evening, while Eve is lost in the whirlwind of party planning, ICE agents storm in and take Ana away. Eve is stunned. She had no idea Ana was undocumented. After all, Eve's the kind of person who assumes everyone has the same cushy life she does, just with slightly less expensive handbags. The next day, Eve is out shopping with her daughters, blissfully unaware that her life is about to take a nosedive. She's at the checkout counter when, gasp, her credit card is declined. She tries another and another. The cashier gives her that look, the "ma'am, please don't make a scene" look. But before Eve can even process her rich person nightmare, a van pulls up, and suddenly, she and her daughters are being whisked away by men in suits. HSI, the worst customer service experience ever. Eve finds herself in a government interrogation room. And this is where things get really weird. Enter Agent Allendale, a man who looks like he was born wearing a suit and trained in the art of making people question their entire existence. He interrogates Eve and her husband, William. But while William and the kids are sent home, Eve is left behind. Why? Because Allendale has some questions about her origin. And no, we're not talking about where she went to school. Eve, confused and increasingly terrified, is subjected to a bizarre experiment. She's placed inside a machine that creates a terrifying illusion, one where HSI seemingly releases her, only for her to step out into a dystopian wasteland. Everything is ruined. Society has collapsed. Starbucks is probably closed. It's a nightmare. Then, just when she's about to lose her mind, reality snaps back, and she's back in the interrogation room. Turns out this wasn't some elaborate prank. It was a test. And Eve, she just failed spectacularly. The big reveal. Eve's not from around here. Agent Allendale finally drops the bombshell. Eve isn't really American. She isn't even human, at least not by their definition. She's an illegal alien from another dimension. Yep, she and others like her crossed over from a parallel world years ago, blending in with society, completely unaware of their true origins. Eve is floored. Her? An illegal alien? Impossible. She's rich. She throws parties with canapes. She donates to charities without reading where the money goes. But no amount of privilege can save her now. The Great Escape, kind of. Thrown into a detention center, Eve reunites with Ana, who has clearly known what's up this whole time. Together, they plot an escape. It's time to pull off the ultimate heist, running really, really fast in the opposite direction. As chaos erupts, Ana flees in one direction while Eve makes a break for her own house. Because, let's face it, when things go south, rich people always assume their mansion is the safest place to be. She bursts through the doors, breathless, desperate, and terrified. Her husband William is there. Finally, someone she can trust. Right? Wrong. William looks at her with sadness and something else, resignation. "You can't be here," he says, his voice heavy. And before Eve can even process the betrayal, Agent Allendale steps in. He looks around the lavish home and smirks. "This isn't your home," he tells her. "This is my home." And just like that, Eve is taken away. Again, as she's shoved into the van, the new parents she had invited to her party arrive, completely oblivious to the existential horror unfolding before them. Life moves on. The world keeps spinning. But for Eve, everything is over. Final thoughts on that, my friends, is how you go from being the queen of the suburbs to a cautionary tale in less than 48 hours. This episode serves as a not-so-subtle commentary on privilege, immigration, and the idea that belonging is often a matter of perception. It's a story about how quickly the system can turn on you, no matter how comfortable you thought you were. But what did you think? Were you expecting that twist? Would you survive in a dystopian government interrogation? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, help the channel out by hitting that subscribe button. We have plenty more where this came from. See you next time.